Alright, in this video we're going to take a look at the polling option that is available in Elluminate. To get to the polling option, what you would do is you go up to the top bar and you're going to see Tools. If you click on that, it's going to give you a drop-down menu. Go all the way down to Polling, right about in the middle of this list, and you scroll over and you're going to see several options here for polling. Now the default option is going to be the yes and no. Now right now, since I've been messing around with it, it's actually there's a check mark beside the pace option, but default wise it's going to give you the yes or no option. But you'll see as you scroll down through here several different options. The yes no option, when you're polling, if you're asking a yes or no question for a group of students or teachers or just a group of people that are in your session, and you want to use yes or no, this would be the option you want to use. So you would click on that and then create your question. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. But so multiple choice questions as well. So A through C, you'll see an A, C. That just means A, B, and C. So multiple choice question that has 3 options, that's what you pick. If you have 4 options, A through D, 5 options, A through E. So fairly simple there. Now the pace option is something a little bit different as far as I'm not sure how I would use it in my particular class so much, but I could see how it could be used in other classes, for example. So for example, maybe grade school level, you are reading a book and you want to know if the students want you to go faster or slower, and you want to take a poll. So you could use this to take a poll of what the students want. Do they want you to go faster or slower? Or I guess it doesn't really give you the option to stay the same, but I guess if you distinctly know if you're going too fast or too slow. There are some other options here. Let's take a look at creating a polling question now, and then how we would use this. So let's say I just want to type a question up here. Do you like math? And just simple as that. Do you like math? So this would be a yes or no question. So what I would do is I would go up to Tools, and I would go down to the polling, and since this is a yes or no question, I'm going to click the yes or no option. And what you are going to see right here, you're going to see this green check mark and a red X, and you also see a little pop-up box. You may not be able to read it, but the red one says select no as your answer. If you drag your mouse over the green one, it says select yes as your answer. So if you click on that, it's going to display yes as my answer. And you also notice a little green check mark pop up right up here. Now if Johnny Appleseed, for example, were to, actually let's do Walter Watermelon first. Let's say he says, no, I don't like math. So you're going to see a red X pop up there. And then you say, well, Johnny Appleseed wants to earn some bonus points for my course, so he's going to say yes. So he does like math. So the next thing I could do after I've given students or whoever's in the room an appropriate amount of time to answer the question, I could actually go to polling and go down here. You can lock the responses. So maybe they are jumping, they can't decide whether they like it or not. You can lock the responses so they can't change their mind. So you can see this is grayed out, for example. So the next thing that you can do, now if I go up to Tools, after I have locked the responses, and you don't have to lock the responses before you do this, but you can. So I've locked the responses. Now I can either publish the statistics to the whiteboard. That means it's just going to throw them up on the whiteboard, or before I do this, I can say I want to see them before everyone else does. So I can look at this and see the statistics. So 1 out of 3 people, if you can see that small writing, 1 out of 3 people did not like math, 2 out of 3 do like math, and then I can say, okay, let's publish it to the whiteboard, and I'm going to X that out, and then I'm going to click on this arrow so I can drag this over so you guys can see it. But it would look something like this. So that would be the option that you'd have. Now that is for the yes or no option. Now you could do the same kind of thing if you want a multiple choice question, however. So let's take a look at that so you have an idea of how you could use multiple choice questions. Okay, to save some time, I went ahead and typed that up without recording it. So you'll see this question here: what is your favorite food? So you see A, hamburger, B, apple, C, watermelon. So what I'm going to obviously have to do, I'm going to go up to Tools as the moderator, go down to Polling. I'm going to unlock the responses because I want them to be able to respond in this particular instance. Go back to Polling again. Now there are only 3 options, so I'm going to use A through C, so A, B, and C as my options. So if they liked hamburger, they'd say A, B for apple, C for watermelon. So for example, okay, so for me, I'm going to say A. And again, you'll also be able to see the option up here. Notice that this changed from a check mark and a green check mark and a red X to A, B, and C option. So I click on that, and then I'm going to go Walter Watermelon. Let's say he likes, surprise, surprise, watermelon. And then Johnny Appleseed likes apples. So then I go back to my screen. I've given the students the appropriate amount of time to answer the questions. And I'm going to go to, again, you don't have to lock the responses, but you can go ahead and lock the responses so they can't change their mind. And then go back to polling. And I can just go, I can show the statistics, which is how I did it last time. This time I'm just going to go ahead and straight publish the statistics to the screen. And you're going to see the statistics on the screen. And all the students can actually see the exact same thing I can. Now you can actually enlarge, as you can see, or I can shrink it to whatever size I would like. So since my eyes are bad, I'm going to expand this so I can see it just a little bit better. And that's pretty much it. So there are other options, but that's pretty much the basics of creating a polling question. If you have any other questions on this, just let me know.